So let's get started. First of all, we will create this kind of typography inside After Effects. I will also create this kind of typography and also this one. If you are master in typography, everyone will say you are a good designer. I am using After Effects 2024. Before to start, first of all, download this project file. I will leave the link in the description below. If you have any kind of trouble during your editing, let me know in the comment section below. I will definitely reply your questions. So let's get started. So here I have some samples. I have already created this kind of typography, and here you can see. Okay, this is the first scene typography, and this is our second scene. First of all, go to composition and create a new composition, and I will call it comp 1 and set the width 1080 and height 1080. Select the frame rate 30 and duration 8 seconds, or you can set the duration around 7-6 seconds. Okay, and hit OK, and let's go to back, and this is our first scene. First of all, I will create this rectangle, only stroke lines. So let's go to comp 1 and select this rectangle tool from here, then select the rectangle tool. You can turn on this title save action from here to create our accurate scene. Okay, inside this title save action I will create the rectangle. So first, I don't need the fill, and I will turn on the stroke. Okay, set the stroke value 14 or whatever you want the perfect for you. Okay, then create this kind of rectangle shape. So now I will animate this stroke line. Let's expand this shape layer. Go to add, and from here I will select the trim paths to animate over this stroke line. Expand this trim path, go to start option, and from here you can animate it like so. At the beginning, add this, click on this stopwatch and move it around 1 seconds forward and set the value 100. At the beginning, set the value 0, and at the end set the value 100. Select both of these keyframes and then right click and select the time reverse. So now we have this kind of animation. Then select the text tool. Let's go to and click over here and type every. Okay, I will use the font Arial, and you can also use it. From here I will select the regular option and decrease its size around over here. Then select the selection tool and select this text and turn off the caps lock and press Ctrl Alt Home to set the anchor point in the middle of this text and move it over here. Again, select the text tool and click over here. Make sure this layer is not selected. Then click over here, and at this time I will type this TH and G. So every text I will create separately because I need to animate it as is separately. Okay, so first I will type TH and type over here TH, turn on the caps lock, TH, select all of these text and go to text font size. From here I will select the black. Okay, then I will increase its size around, okay, over here it's enough, maybe 200. And then again select the selection tool over here and I will place it over here, and you can also increase its size later on. Again I will type this I, and again select the text tool, go to comp 1 and click over here. Make sure this layer is not selected, then click and type I. It's good. Select the selection tool and move it, place it over here. The next is N. Again select the text tool and type N. So I will also create it separately. Select the selection tool and place it over here. First of all I will select this I and then right click and go to create and create shapes from the text. So now I have shape over here. What I will do, select the pen tool and click over here, and by holding shift click over here, and by holding shift you can drag them down like so. Okay, let's go back, and it has enough size. Again select this one, and from here I will change its color, maybe like this. Okay, again select the selection tool and again right click and click create shapes from the text. So again select the pen tool And at this time what I will do, select this point by holding shift, select the second point, right? Then click and drag them down while holding shift, okay, and place them over here. Again select the top point and second one by holding shift, then drag them upward while holding shift. And I will change its color. First I don't need this stroke, and select the fill color, none, and I will set the stroke around 7-8. okay, it's enough. And I will change its color into orange type, like so. Here I will change its color. First I will select this one and change its color around off-white. Again select this one and change its color around off-white. So now it's time to apply the glow on it. So first I will apply the glow on this shape eye. So what I will do, press Ctrl spacebar and search for glow. You can also apply this glow, and I have installed this deep glow plugin. You can also download this one. From here set the radius around 150 and set the exposure 0.5, maybe 0.3 is good, and exposure area 100 is good. Select this effect, press Ctrl C, copy, and select this layer N and press Ctrl V. I will turn off this title action save option from here. So first I will create some mask over here. So first select this shape, which is our stroke. Select this layer. First select this rectangle and click on this option. You can also select this pen tool to create this mask, okay, and then click on this option mask. So click over here, then I will click over here, close this mask and go inside, expand this layer, and here is the mask. Expand this mask and click on this option invert. Okay, again select this layer and create another mask. Okay, at this time I will also use this option invert, then I will click on this option subtract. So also use this subtract, uncheck all of this option inverted. Now it's time to animate this text, and select this text every from the effects and presets, and from here I will search for slide up by words, okay, and first I will place it over here. So I don't need the stroke, and place it over here and at the beginning. Now select this effect and place it over here. It's starting from the long distance, but I will decrease its distance from here. So for that, select this layer, press U and place it over here. Then again go to inside this range selector, expand this option advanced. From here I will change its and set it around 1%. Select this layer every at the beginning and select this layer, press T, opacity, and set the opacity 0. Select this layer, press U to reveal its keyframe and place this keyframe at the second keyframe. Again set the opacity value 0. So now we have this kind of animation. Let's go back, and here you can see we have this kind of animation. Then we have the fade up animation. Again I will go to effects and presets. From here I will search for fade up words. So let's go back and then select this word th, okay, and place it over here and apply this effect fade up words, and select the fade up words and place it over here. Select this eye line, then go to anchor point, select this anchor point and place it at the top over here. Now select this eye and eye layer and place it over here. Then press S for scale and also press T for opacity. Place your time indicator over here, then add both keyframes of scale and opacity and place them around. Then decrease the opacity and also decrease the scale value 0. So now we have this kind of animation, okay. So now I will create a scale animation, only scale animation. Then select this layer and press T, and while holding shift press S. Add the scale and opacity keyframes, move them forward, couple of frames of forward, then set the opacity value 0 and also set the scale value 0. And now we have this kind of animation. So now it's time to animate our G. Select the G and G layer, press left square bracket over here, then press P and also press T for opacity. Add both of these keyframes, move them couple frames forward and place it over here, and again set the position value out of this composition over here, and again set the opacity value 0. So now we have this kind of animation. Let's go back typography 1, and here you can see we have typewriter animation on will be layer. Okay, and here you can see. So let's go back, select this layer and place your time indicator over here, then press the left square bracket and select this layer and go to effects and presets and search for typewriter writer. Okay, and drag and drop this effect on it. Notice now we have drag typewriter effect over here. Select this layer, press U and move these keyframes over here. Add the last one, select this layer, press the left square bracket and again select this anchor point, select the anchor point, then select this anchor point and place it over here. What I will do, I will create the scale animation over here. Press S and add the scale keyframes and move it over here, and again set the scale value 0. Okay, so now we have this kind of typography effects. So let's play and watch. Then select all of these keyframes, all of these layers. So select the first one and select the last one, then press U and then select all of these keyframes while holding shift, and I'll select this one and then press F9 for easy ease. Okay, so now we have this kind of typography, right? Next I will create this one and how to create this typography. So it's very easy. So again let's go to composition, new composition, and select the new composition. I will call it comp2. Set the width height 1080, frame rate 30, set the duration 7 seconds. First I will type BR over here, and let's go to comp2, then select the text tool and select this one and press BR. I will type over here Bravers. Select all of these text, then go to, I will use the ideal font. From here select the black and also select this one and set the size to 50. Select this space, decrease its space around over here. Okay, and also align this text. Go to align tab and click on this option. You can also use this option, title save action. Then again I need only BR and V as a separated text layer. So first I will select this layer, press Ctrl D and hide this one, select the first one, and from this layer I will delete this AVE. Okay, select this one and delete this one. Okay, select the second layer, hide this one and turn on this one. I need only A option over here. Okay, so what I will do, I will also delete this one and also delete this one and turn on it over here. So select this layer, go to properties and change its position over here and place it over here. Select this layer and press Ctrl D, duplicate, and also move it left side. At this time select this layer and press VE. So first what I will do, select this BR Brave, set the baseline shift, okay, and move it down like so. Select this text E and select the E layer, select this text E and move it down, then click on this option, move it down like so. So now it's time to change its color. Let's go to typography. It has the blue colors. Let's go back. So first select this layer and I will come over here and select this layer, select this B and copy this color from here, and let's come back, select this text B and paste the color over here like so. Place your selection button over here and little bit dark blue like so. Okay, and again select the other letter, only V select, and type, paste over here your same next color. Okay, so here I will create the shape. Select the rectangle tool and make sure any kind of layer is not selected, then create a shape over here. So I will type a rectangle over here. Okay, so I need only fill, I don't need this stroke color. and I will set the fill color and like this, maybe like this. This is good. Or move this layer over here. What I will do, I will create a mask over here. Click on this option, toggle switches mode, and here is the track mode. Select the shape layer, this track option, and connect it with the letter A. Okay, and select letter A, press S and scale it up. Okay, and press R and rotate it like so. And you can also change its position from here. And now we have the same A letter over here. So now it's time to create our this stroke option over here. Let's go back on Watu. From here select this R, only option R. You can duplicate this layer, Control T. Select this option solo over here and double click over here, create that R, select this R, and I don't need the fill, I need only stroke, and set the stroke value around 3 or maybe around 5, 8, maybe 8 is good. Then select the selection tool and uncheck this option solo and move this layer over here. Then again select the letter R, which is our mask, and click on again select this rectangle tool. At this time I will create a mask over here and like so. Okay, and click on this option invert and uncheck this option solo. Again select the text tool and type over here. Turn on the caps lock always. Select this text and set the text size around maybe 50. Okay, select the selection tool and place it over here and place it over here, always be. And select this layer, press Ctrl D, duplicate and move it over here and type here awesome. Okay, select this text and set the size around 35, maybe good. So now we have this kind of shape over here. So here you can see inside this typography, here you can see this logo, leaves logo over here. So how to create this logo over here? It's very simple. Let's go to comp 2 and here is the leaf. Select this leaf over here, uncheck this option only. I will select this single image, import, and drag and drop it over here. Okay, and then I will rotate this. Again I will select this layer, press Ctrl D, duplicate and move it on to the other position. Okay, so it's looking good. So now it's time to create the mask. So first I will create on mask BR. Select this BR and select this track matte option over here. Here from here, if you are not looking this track option over here, you can click on this option, toggle switches, or you can turn on it from here. Select this pick whip and connect it with this one and come over here, and from here set the invert like so. Okay, again select the another VE option which is over here and select the track matte option and connect it with the leaf 3. Okay, and also set it invert. So now do you have this kind of leaf logo option over here. Can also move its position. So here I will create some animation over here, so it's very easy. Select this always B option from here, then press T and press T and type opacity option over here and move it over here and set the opacity 0. Okay, and now we have this kind of animation. Here you can apply the typewriter animation over here. So again let's go to effects and presets. From here I will select this typewriter and place it over here, press U and place it over here. Okay, and here I will create the opacity animation, set the opacity 0. So now we have this kind of animation. And what I will do, I will create the scale animation. So I will select this letter A and also select this shape layer and right click, pre-compose. Then what I will do, select the anchor point and move it over here. So I will create over here scale animation. Okay, like so. Let's go back comp 2 and select this layer, press S, set the scale value, place this comp over here and set the scale value 0. And also select this stroke, press T set the opacity 100 at this point, and also set the opacity 0. Select the bottom layers and match this keyframe durations like so. So now we have this kind of animation. Then also select the typewriter effect and apply it on VE, which is over here. Okay, and place it over here at this point, and select this typewriter and apply it on it. Press U and reveal its keyframes and move them over here. Okay, and select this one, place it over here. Now we have this kind of animation over here. And at the last one, it is the awesome, place this layer over here and apply the animation flip up like so. Flip up. This is very awesome animation. Okay, so in this way you can create this kind of typography for your video intro, for your client projects, for your brands, and in this way you can become a good designer. So everyone will say you are a good designer of typography. This is my channel, video editing. You can search it in the YouTube. I have uploaded several videos on my channel. Here you can check out them. If you want to learn camera follow path, you can watch this video. You can also watch this video, Motion Tool Pro, and how to use these tools to animate our motion graphics in After Effects. And you can also check out this video, 1800 free transitions, elements and sound effects. And here you can see mobile extension. This is the complete course. It has 130 tools. By using these tools you can animate your motion graphics in just one click. The next one is free transitions, elements, sound effects. You can also watch this video. You can also watch this video, flow extension. Okay, these are my favorite video. You can also check out all of this video on my channel if you want to learn something more about After Effects and Premiere Pro and how to you edit your videos like a professional. And that's the foundation of creating dynamic typography in After Effects. From basic text animation to working with masks and effects. These principles will help you build more engaging titles and motion graphics. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more After Effects tips. If you have any kind of questions or what should we cover in the next video, let me know in the comment section below. See you in the next video. Goodbye.